I want to share with you the difference that 1 year makes. I'm going to share with you some real figures from a real salon that we took on about a year ago. And then I want to show you what they're up to. They're 1 month short because they haven't finished December yet. If you're seeing this, it's just turned December and they haven't submitted their figures, but they have submitted them for November. And I want to show you the difference because as I go through this, it's amazing how far this salon owner's come. Now, she's not $1 million salon. She's not like, got 55 staff. She's a normal salon owner. And I can remember taking this salon owner on. And I remember taking it on because I was driving to get a COVID test. And I remember speaking to this person when she was thinking about joining us. And she's a very active member. She comes to a lot of calls. And she always submits her figures. And every month we give her a report on what we've found. And I want to share with you this report if I can. So let's dive in and you'll see the difference because I believe that to be a successful salon owner, it's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not like I'm going to make you so much money in 30 days. It's a bit of a slow process, but I always think the slower it is, you're building foundations, so it's very hard for it to tumble. If you suddenly put an offer out and got 100 new clients that were just coming because you put in the offer out and it's cheap, it's very easy for that to crumble away. Let me dive in and I'll share a little bit more deeper with what we're going through here, and you'll understand more once you see it. So here you can see the difference between month 1 and month 11. So on the left-hand side was when she joined us, and you can see here that we set her target at 19,000 a month, and she's actually doing about 1,200. Now, when we set these figures, we try and give everyone we work with a 30% increase. That's what we try and do when you come and join us. And we do that in a special way. So what we try and do is we realize that we don't want you to just be a one-hit wonder with your clients. So to get that 30% increase, what we do is we try and give you a 10% increase by getting you some new clients through the door. So we're going to grow how many clients you actually do. So for example, if you do 100 clients a week, our goal in 12 months is to get you 100. I wish is to get you 110. Pretty simple, right? If, for example, your weeks between appointments, we want to bring that back by 10% to give us that 10% increase. So you'll see here, we haven't quite done that with this client yet, but we're still working with it. And then, of course, we also work at the average bill, and we're trying to get that to go up by 10%. So we try and work with the client journey, and we work on these 3 elements to make that happen. So let's dive in and see how well we've actually done. Now, you can see here, for example, I shall color this in red. You can see here that she was doing about 12,200 when she joined us. And at the moment, she's doing about 20,000. So an increase of about 8,000 a month, which equals about £88,000 increase in business in 11 months. Now, I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty good. If I said to you, would you like to have an increase of almost £90,000 in your business? I think most of you people would say yes. Now, she's not the biggest retailer out there, as you can see, and I'll explain why. She did about 283, about 2%, not particularly great. As you can see, we're slightly down on target. And on this side, we're still a little bit down here, but you can see it's increased a little bit. She's doing about 500 now. Now, also, you'll notice that because her retail is not big, I'm going to drop your eyes right down to the bottom. And here, for example, you can see that her clients come to visit her about 4.2 times a year, 12 weeks between appointments, between, a cut and blow dry and a color to a cut and blow dry and a color. So, and now they're about 11 weeks. I'm going to color this in green because I don't know about you, but, with a lot of services now that having more of a natural regrowth, that most clients are coming back, we're seeing about 16 weeks. So I think that is exceptionally good. So she's got an awful lot of clients that come in almost 5 times a year to her, which is, just less than 12 weeks. So less than 3 months, she's getting them back in the door. And one of our clients has got this down to about 8 weeks, which is phenomenal. But nowadays it is a bit more, people are looking for a bit more long-term out of a haircut or color or out of some of their beauty services. So not too bad at all. Now, she was attracting back then about 15 clients a month that were new, and we set her goal at 20. We thought if she can get 20 a month, then she's going to hit the target that we set for her. And as you can see over here, she's actually beating that by an extra 7. So we've got 35% increase on what we're trying to do here, which is fantastic. Now, you'll notice the reason we wanted that increase is she was doing about 281 clients out of the 356 we set for her. And you can see on the right-hand side, 356, she's actually beating that by 374. Now, what we did with this, we started upping her brand, we started looking at her marketing, we started looking at what type of clients that she's trying to attract. Now, we know most clients, when they leave Salon, they're leaving because there's a problem. And if you fix that problem and they know you're the salon of choice, there's a good chance they're going to find your posts on their socials and on the websites, and they're actually going to come to your salon. And we've got a massive increase here. And we've jumped this business by an extra 100 a month. So about 25 clients a week we've increased her business by. So that's a really good plus there. You'll notice that we worked a lot on her average bill. You can see her average bill over this side was sitting about 51, and we really wanted, 51 was her rebooks, and she wanted 50. You can see at the moment, I've jumped ahead there, our rebooks are now 68%, which is phenomenal growth. We know that all these clients that come in, they are falling in love with her and they're actually staying. And her average bill, we were looking at 55, and she was currently doing about 43. Now, we've worked on this with her, with the client journey over and over again. We're not quite hitting that 55 yet, but we're pretty close at 53. We've upped her average bill by at least 10. In fact, I might actually give that a bit of an amber. I think that might be the way to go. I'm going to give her an amber, not a red. I don't think she deserves a red. She's not quite there yet. And don't give us the red either. Now, she was aiming for our goal for this particular salon was trying to get her to about 230,000, and she was currently at about 130. So we had a big push to go. And we're currently not quite there. You want to give us an amber as well. We've now took up by 223. Like I said, we've increased the business by almost 90,000. Her wage percentage is still huge, and there's a reason for that. I'm going to type that in here. The reason is because we set her wage percentage at around 38. You can see that. And we're nowhere near that, but we have dropped it down by over 10%. Well, the reality is that we're probably not going to hit 38 because she doesn't actually work in the business. So she has a lot of structure going on and a lot of staff, and she doesn't mind that because it's not really, working 5 days a week and we're really quite busy. So you can see the difference between the two salons. They're quite different. Now, this didn't just happen. She didn't just wake up and we didn't just go, right, let's just throw some adverts at this. We worked with her team. We worked with her team on her consultations. We worked on retail. We worked on rebooks. We're working on her marketing. We're working on her website. And all these things are compounding to give us some real strength. Now, this particular salon is not going to go, oh, it's not making 300,000. Yeah, it's not making 500,000. But let me tell you what it has got. It's got strength. This salon is strong. It could lose a stylist and still survive. The owner could completely leave the business to run itself and it would still survive because this was built slowly over a year. Now, whatever happens, I mean, it is slow. It's not we didn't do a quick fix here, but one thing I'm going to tell you, an 88,000 increase in anyone's business is phenomenal. It really is. Now, I don't know about you and I don't know where your business is at right now, but most salons that we take on, we look at their businesses and we set them a target. So this has the 30% already booked in. And we then monitor this every single month and work out what you need. So for example, if you start coaching with us and you start looking at your figures and we've set your goal, our job is to get you to that goal and then small little bites. And we look at your average bill and we look at your rebooks and we give you some of the skills that we've got to get you to teach your team to grow the business. And this particular salon owner is going to stay for another year. And we're probably going to hit, to be truthful, somewhere around 250, 260 very soon with this particular salon. Because she's got a few junior staff members now going on the floor. Now, what I do want to say is that a lot of people out there that do coaching promise you, miracles in 30 days. I can't do that. What I promise you is real work, and I promise that A, will hold your hand. B, we've got the tools, and I've been doing this an awful long time and had results after results after results with the salons that we coach. So what I want to ask you right now, and we're coming up to the end of December, within a few weeks, it's starting to get to that crazy time, is that if you're thinking that you actually want to start just like this salon did in January, then we need to get some figures off you. We need to be chatting with you now, ready to start, ready to rock and roll. If you try and start in January, before you know it, a few months have passed and we've lost that momentum. So I'm inviting you to book a call below. Come and have a chat with us. It's not a sales call. We handpick who we work with. If we feel that you're coachable and if you feel that there's room for us to help you grow, then we'll invite you to join us. And hopefully it's your chance to ask us lots of questions like, how much time does it take? Am I salon correct? Is it going to be overwhelming? Will I be able to do it? I don't like numbers. What can you do to help me out? And of course, how much we charge. And that's what the conversation really is. It's just a quick hi. And if you don't want to book a call, I'll also leave a button below where you can book a chat with me and I will personally respond. And let's see if we can make 2024 your best year yet. Bye for now.